Good afternoon. Right now, we're working on our upcoming application called the Workers Hub. And for this assignment, we're going to develop our user role model. My name is Oren Cruz.
I'm Kaplan Santhir Mohan.
I'm Harvey Cabrias.
I'm Ruchi.
And I'm Sahal Mohammed. 3.
All right now, we're going to talk about the list of user roles. So, guys, do you have anything in mind?
For the list of users. So who are the users?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna start off with the employees. That's where the app really revolves around.
Yeah.
Right?
So the employee, right?
Yeah, the employees.
And what else?
Customer.
There's managers too, right?
There's a manager.
Yeah, managers. But
there's also administrator.
Like the store manager, area manager.
You want to like put that as different items or just managers in general?
Can we make a class called managers and list them out underneath it, or is that not possible?
I'm not sure.
It could be.
I think just like name it like this. Just keep it like this.
Let's just brainstorm.
This journal thing is okay.
Yeah.
Managers is fine. We can define.
Hey guys. Let's just brainstorm it first and then rearrange it later.
Yeah. It's just brainstorming, right? So we can arrange it later. I got another one.
Administrator.
CEO's administrator, right?
Yep.
Administrator is also one, yes.
What'd you say?
Administrator is also one.
Yeah. All right.
Subscribers.
And subscribers. Anything else? We can put more if you want. I think they're like the main ones.
That's all, honestly.
All right.
Store managers.
That's in the manager section.
Yeah, it's under the manager.
We're not making it. We're making it in general.
Is subscribers going to be a subclass?
Subclass? No, we just gotta like talk about which one's important. So I feel like.
All right.
Hey, Harvey, explain subscribers to me again.
One sec.
So I'm thinking like I can see employees, managers, and the CEO. But isn't the administrator a CEO? Or it depends on.
No, the administrator
it's
would be
the app creator.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, as subscribers,
like think about this. If
the administrator is a separate party from the CEO and employees.
Okay,
like
but
if you have,
but the thing is, I think would the subscribers be all of them?
That is.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like all of them would fall under the
subscriber
class. I feel like yeah.
Would we not also have a data like a data management like team, like who's like managing the data servers and uploading this and?
That's administrator. Isn't that an administrator?
Yeah, probably, right?
I guess.
That's the admin.
It could be, or you just want to add that. Just add that just in case. It could be different. Data manager, is that what you call it?
Or data maintenance, I guess you can still call it. But that's not a user. Never mind.
It could be a system role, right?
Yeah, actually.
Does have to be? I think it does have to be people.
No, it has to be people. It's a user.
Yeah, the system roles too.
The system role.
Okay, so is that it? Anything else?
For now, yeah.
Well, we're really just building an app where the employee connects to the store, right?
Yeah.
It's basically.
I'm just making sure. Like, I feel like we don't need anything. That's my.
We don't need that much essentially because we're building an application that's used within the store for them to connect with the managers and the employees, as well as to simplify the manager's job, which is mostly done through algorithm.
Yeah.
Right. And then who's going to be managing that would be the manager, his area manager, the CEO, which gives them the dedicated amount of hours. Like they get certain hours that's split into pays, and then you get the Trying to think what else you get in that situation. You'd still have like your in-house IT
Yeah,
department,
yeah, I get it. I get it.
all the
I get it.
stuff, right? So that would be the data management team.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like administrators are different than from data management. I think these are the ones
Yeah.
that accept companies, right? If you want to like put your company inside the app, you gotta talk to the administrator or something. You gotta make a deal with them.
Well, what? Okay, so what jobs would go under admin? Like,
Admin.
who takes on the role of the admin? Like, I'm assuming, unless you guys are doing it yourself, if you were to build this app, who's taking over the administration role? Who adds in the users? It still would go on the store. Like, it breaks apart from different parts, right?
Yeah.
The employee has to go to his manager to get an account. His manager has to either apply through the administration staff, which would be your IT department as well.
So you want to list some rules for administrators?
There's still the
What-
admin, yeah.
Like, do you want to specify the jobs?
Like the system roles or or what they're gonna be doing.
Or we could. I'm confused. Is admin and data management one thing though? That's my.
Yeah.
This
We're
this
just
data management
brainstorming.
Well, the administrators are gonna be doing data management.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. What is
Yeah, we're just brainstorming then, so it's good. Okay, we don't need this then.
Wait, so we're
We're just
brainstorming.
listing some ideas right now.
Should I stop recording?
Okay,
Keep
so
it
who's the
simple.
subscribers?
Yeah, that's why I want to ask Harvey about that.
The subscribers should be all of
Because
them.
like subscribers are employees and managers, right?
It's anybody that's subscribed to that's using the system.
Is it too vague?
You don't really subscribe to the system.
I feel like it is too vague.
It is
Oh,
too
okay.
vague.
Then you can remove it then.
Yeah, I think that's all we need.
Yeah, we just
Those
need
are really
managers
the
and
actors in the
employees.
system.
Yeah.
Not much people are using this app, right?
It's
not-
it's between the staff. There's only so many
Yeah,
people that can
yeah.
use it.
And then remember, this is like a closed server. It's not an open network, right?
Yeah. It's for a certain amount of people.
Unless you want to be like specific with your role.
It's for like a lot of companies who are going to use it.
Essentially, but my question is, do you want to be specific where you start to actually name out the jobs that are going to be underneath this?
You want to do
Right?
that?
Instead of having like 4
Can we do that?
categories.
We could do that if you want.
So okay.
That's
Like,
what
So
I'm
like,
saying.
like that. We could do like the actor roles.
employees could be like, they're just employees, but there could be different managers.
Okay, so wait. Per his instructions, let me read his instructions real quick.
We'll cut that out.
Yeah. So or no,
Well, no, you can leave this in. This is still brainstorming, right? The set
Okay.
of roles for your system or application. I can't see any other roles that unless you guys are going to like start to specify like other than like either way we're going to have to start to narrow it down into one, right?
Yeah.
So unless you wanted to be specific on the first one, screenshot that and then lower it down to 4.
First one is what, employees?
The first one is employees. Yeah, the employees are the main guys that are like using the app. Then the managers is going to be the second main guy that actually uses the app, where they start inputting in their the amount of hours and all that extra.
Yeah,
stuff.
they have more
Wait. So what would be the
more
CEO's role?
features.
What's the CEO? What is the CEO playing?
Well, the CEO's role is like to is basically he's the guy that's giving the manager his hours, right? So he's the manager's manager essentially.
And also like in charge of their company, and they gotta talk to the administrators.
But the CEO would look at a completely different platform of the application essentially.
So
right? He has to look
it could be
at,
employees
I think-
first, and then managers, and then CEO, and then administrators.
I don't think
Yeah,
CEOs use the app. Do you think CEOs use the app? I think they're just with the administrators, right?
Well, they're the connect between a manager and an administrator, so there would still be a user role.
I'm just thinking right now.
Same.
Like, is it only managers and employees who use the app, or
well, once you go higher up, you really can't use our app, right?
Yeah.
Because
they're the ones who are developing it.
well, essentially, the app is being built for someone in the local store to really, to be more efficient with their time, X and all.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they want to simplify and to really bring everything closer within the environment instead of relying on like something like WhatsApp or like a third-party app. You could have one within the store that is monitored, where you can
Mhm.
ask for changes, requests, and all that. And then also within the chat, like within the application, you should be able to update yourselves on what's happening. So if there's any situation in the store, you should be able to update,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
But our application is more based off of the code behind it more than the roles, if you get what I'm saying,
All right.
right? So because the application is really based upon to simplify, we're looking at store by store perspective. That's where the application really stands out. You won't be able to tell regional stuff. Like again, sales is not going through the application.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter.
Goes through.
Huh?
There's
Yeah.
no sales. There's
It's
no-
just
no
to improve. It's just to improve the performance of employees. That's the main reason.
essentially. So
Yeah.
there's not
not-
that many roles within the system, if you get what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So, is that any? Okay, so we're good with user roles, I guess. So, what's next? Sorting it.
Just organize the initial set of user roles and then conciliate it, or not conciliate.
Meaning
what? Is
what? Meaning
I think simplify it.
simplify it. Okay.
So,
We
like,
just simplify it.
So
Yeah,
sp-
just to simplify it.
just
It's
summarize
basically
it.
what we just did.
Yeah. This look at my my diagram. I just put together like this. These are just the two groups.
Yeah, but the manager and the CEO, I feel like they go under.
Are you sure?
They're going to
Because I
what?
feel like CEOs can work with administrators. They don't
Yeah,
really
no, I
use
feel
the-
I feel like they're like it's like a subcategory almost, right?
For
The
managers?
CEOs become the administrators.
No, they don't. Is it?
Yeah, but then again, there's the developer of the app.
That,
Okay, hold on. First, let's break this down. Like,
okay.
Okay, all right. Explain.
I,
So it's
Give me a second,
it's
honestly.
employees first. They're the ones who are going to be using that.
Employees and managers.
Yeah.
Because managers have their own job too.
So CEOs, I feel like the CEOs, like their main role is to connect between the managers and the administrators. Like how would they be grouped together with the administrators?
Because then again, who would like? How would you try to put your company in the app?
The CEO.
CEOs, right?
Yeah.
So they gotta be with the administrators.
It's kind of a reach.
And managers, employees are just like people are gonna use the app, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
CEOs and administrators don't really use the app. They just work together to make the app, right?
Well, the administrators are going to be doing like maintenance on the app.
Yeah, and maintenance too. And I think they could be the ones who can like post events and news. And managers have like more features. I mean, more
Options.
what do you call it?
Options.
Roles. Yeah, more roles. Yeah, more options. More options with the app since they have a different role.
Well, the professor was talking to us about automatic notifications or like automation basically.
Yeah.
But wasn't the automation essentially like the when the system starts to build timetables, starts to render everything so it simplifies the manager's job?
Well,
You gotta make an algorithm for that.
that's the system though. Would
Oh.
would that still be classified as a user?
No.
No, the system wouldn't be a user essentially.
Yeah, it wouldn't. So
Wait, do you think managers and employees are the same thing? I'm thinking right now. Managers are basically employees, but they're they're more high up.
they have more liability than the employees, but they're essentially they have the same role in a sense.
But do you think they're separated, managers and employees? I think they're the same thing. If I think
Uh,
about
You
it.
can separate employees. You can do it like the developers and testers, and then managers, CEOs, administrators, like that.
Can you say it again?
Like instead of writing employees, we can do it like developers, testers, managers, CEO, and then administrators.
Testers. So instead of employees, you want to say testers.
Okay, hold on,
Testers,
Oren,
developers,
We can.
managers.
Oren, before we start like shortening everything out, let's actually give out serious jobs that will apply to it. Instead of simplifying everything, let's start to actually label out all the jobs, and then we'll simplify it, putting it into each category. Because I feel like if we do it that way, then we know which is each employee, which is each manager, and the CEOs and the administrator, and then how to break it down, right?
So you want me to write some stuff right now?
Yeah, so we'll break it down from the employees. Who is the employees of the store workers? Using this app.
Employees. I'm gonna write that right now.
so like examples of employees.
I already have employees. Store manager should be there.
You want me to
But we have managers.
Yeah, but first we're gonna like make a vague one, and then like to make it shorter afterward. Okay,
Okay.
what I'm saying? So if we state everything beforehand, then we know what we can take out and what is the actual main parts of the system. Do you guys get what I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah.
somewhat?
Let's see. Let's
Okay,
see.
so so basically start out by writing out every role that we can think of. Like be as specific as you want if you
For each
really
category, or
okay,
for each
Yeah.
So
for each
for
bigger role. So employees, what are you thinking of right now? I'm thinking about McDonald's right now, like crew workers. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, well, employees we can leave as employees. It's still instead of
Yeah,
like stating
because-
every job, I'm saying state every main position that's going to be using it, right?
Yeah, but it's different companies, right? Different companies have different.
yeah, they're like sales
But
associate.
they all have a generic system essentially. It's all
So
the
what's-
same if you think about it.
Okay,
So like
employees
So
like
you're
the
gonna have
most
your
generic
store
word.
manager.
Well, he means like the
employees
roles.
is anyone
Yeah.
that really work. Well, by employees would mean like the guys that really work the staff essentially, staff workers,
Yeah. So
Staff.
right?
so like sales associates, right?
Basically the staff workers, the ones that really work inside the store, or like so like for the McDonald's, a cashier. You're still talking about the
A sales
the guys,
associate.
the chefs at the back, your employees that get the food stock, like the shelf stockers.
I could just put like employee,
It's basically like the position is
main
orange.
staff.
Like
Yeah,
the
like the
positions.
the lower. I'm just thinking about like the lower level roles.
Okay, and then for the managers, we would have a store.
Okay. Is employee good? I call it the main staff because I can't think of another generic word for main staff.
Main user.
Main user? Not. I don't want to say user.
Well, you can break down the employees into cashier.
Yeah, but
shelf
it's
stocker,
different.
but it still work.
But this is made for like different companies. Or I can use examples, right? Sure.
You can. Remember, we're gonna shorten everything later, right?
That's fine. Employees in journal is okay.
Cashiers.
We'll have to write many things, because a lot of people come in employees, like all of them. What will we specify? Just leave it as it is.
I know. I just write whatever. And you guys could just edit if you want. Janitors. What do you call those?
Orange, right?
Cook.
You could write a sales associate.
Sales associate.
What did you call those people who like
That's-
who do
I
stocking?
didn't restock.
Like stocking. I forgot what they call them.
Is there a proper name for that?
Term for it? I don't know. Ask Cap. He works.
Hey,
in-
Cap. For a
Yeah.
person who restocks, what's the proper name for that role?
1 second. Let me Google it.
I really don't know. I thought it was shelf stock. Well,
Restock manager? No.
it's a shelf stalker.
Shelf
There's
stalker?
there's no manager. The store manager tells one of their employees or the store, I think they're shelf stalkers. I don't know what role they play, but it's their job to stack the shelves and move stuff from the back to the front, taking
Okay.
shit.
Okay, shelf stalker. Okay, I think that's it. They get the idea. I'm just using these as examples. Shelf stalker. All right, manager.
It's called stock clerk.
Stock
Stalker.
clerk.
Stock clerk, yeah.
Stock clerk. Manager, system manager, store manager. What else? There's like different managers. I know there's different kind of managers in McDonald's. I just don't know everything. I said hiring manager, but you guys said that it's not really needed.
For what? Store manager?
Hiring manager.
The hiring manager.
Oh yeah.
Hiring manager.
I guess it could be a broad term. Or
Can I
kind
put
of
that? I think it's a little different.
Well, it's different for like each store, right? The hiring manager doesn't necessarily have to be like the store manager. It
Yeah.
could be different people.
I'm trying to figure out what's the other managers. I'm thinking back to my McDonald's. Yeah, I'm not sure. You guys know?
We can leave employees. Managers is done.
Yeah.
Administrators would be the IT department. I feel like they also have to play a role because who else is going to be managing your servers and all that, right? As well as creating accounts.
What about networking team?
Networking? Yeah, sure. Networking. What else? Security.
Well,
Does that really
security-
come under administrators? No.
That's not security?
Yeah.
Wait.
Mm,
Is it good?
Administrator
Or not?
and
well,
security.
security is handled within the app. I don't think there's an actual security staff for it, right? Because it's
I don't think it will come under administrators.
I think that's security is under working.
So no?
Yeah.
Oh,
and keep it as a separate role. Or take it out and keep it as a separate role, just in case it doesn't go to under administrators. We'll decide that after.
Oh wait, so a new role, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit. Wait,
Separate this.
why'd you guys add security?
Well,
We're
we're
just
keeping it as a separate role just in case, because we feel like apparently it doesn't go under administrators. But we'll leave that till the end. We'll when we start to shorten everything out and weed out like the useless stuff, or where it can all file under. Then we will decide then. So it's fine.
okay. Okay, is that it? And CEOs, right?
Yeah, but who are the CEOs? Just like the
Just the
managers. I feel like they're not the ones doing the IT work anyway.
Yeah,
Right.
but you also work with them. Again, like, how are you gonna? I feel like they're the ones to like update managers, employees on news and events.
yeah, they take updates from everyone, and I think they also take care of the budget and timestamp maybe.
So should I write?
CEOs is a job. I don't think you can shorten that.
So
I feel like that would be administrative work anyway. So CEOs would be taken out afterwards. So
wanna
just
take
leave
us-
it there now.
just leave it for now. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll just think about it later. Okay.
Leave it as
Anything
it
else?
is.
Security? Okay, what could you write about security? Since we are
Security,
like every app needs a security.
but what does that
Aspect,
fall
right?
under like
Like
administrative?
you gotta protect our the database, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a lockdown system, which the access is only given by admin.
Encryption.
So
I think securities admin.
I feel like that too. CEOs and securities admin.
Security, you mean by app security or the place?
App
App
security.
Okay.
I think that's the admin's job too. Okay. I think these two things are just they're blank right now. I can't think of anything.
For CEO, yeah.
These three things are the main roles. So
Okay,
these are just filler for now.
Okay, so Oren, you want to take a screenshot? Well,
I
I feel like we need a picture of this, and then we also have to like shorten it down, and then strike another picture of it. And yeah,
Okay. Okay, so let's make it final. Take this out. Take us or you guys want to think about it?
I want to think about it a bit.
All right.
Yeah.
Because I feel like CEOs, it could be needed because it's our gateway to like put our company in the app, right? If you think
Those
about it.
are like they are managing everyone.
Yeah.
I can't think of what we could put for security though.
It's just a filler. I'm not sure it's
Okay,
gonna be.
wait. So CEOs and admins and security is one thing essentially.
You still think about keeping security?
Those
I
like
feel like it all
for
goes to the
taking
same
that.
thing. It's all administrator work. Cause what?
Okay, they don't need that.
Admin's the guy putting
What
the
about like
timestamps.
taking projects and all? That's CEO's work now, but in our application, I'm not able to see anything for CEOs. It's just like they are managing all of them, like administrator, employees, managers.
True.
Okay, so but now this
Maybe for the interaction with customer, like that. Nothing else.
what was that?
Nothing.
It was hard
Okay.
to see.
Okay.
I really think the administrator is a standalone role user. User role.
Administrator.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really connect with anyone. You can't connect with.
Well, you can talk about security, but I don't think that's a role.
I feel that yeah, security it's not there. I'm just processing something right now.
And I think the CEO is not a role either. Because
Are you sure?
I think CEO is a job.
Like
no, I think he's right. Like, no,
CEOs.
yeah.
My voice is
I don't see the
'Cause-
CEO being like an actual.
Okay, but
role.
how are we gonna add the company in to the app?
Oren, that's admin work. That's completely admin's work. See,
But they gotta
you
like
build
talk
the
to the company though.
once you build the app, it's
Because
it should be them doing most of the work anyway.
Yeah, isn't CEO just like the manager?
So I
of the
would assume that
manager?
they already talked to the company, right? But they don't really do anything afterwards.
When you go to sell it to the company, you sell it as an application completely to handle their own private stuff, right? And then each
Mhm.
time another company wants to hop on board, you are not going to use the exact same servers or anything. You're just going to start up a new database. And it's basically the same application you're setting up, but you're setting up everything completely separate and new. It's not going to be linked together. So either way, each company has to take care of their administration work. That's the security. It has to be kept local within the company, right? If you start to outsource that, then there is going to be security. Because then you would say if you yourself was handling every user added, then you would be adding it around like if you have 50 companies and you have 1,000 employees each, that's a lot, right? It seems smarter to separately, like if you build the application, you should be able to give it to the company, set up their databases, set up everything, and whenever there's an issue, they can call you, and then you deal with it.
So CEO is just nothing, just the same thing, right?
I feel like yeah. It's
I-
kind of useless because it's admin work essentially, right?
So basically,
Yes.
so CEOs are admins. When I hear admins, I think about like the developers of the application.
No, when you
Who maintain
that's
it.
not administration. That's developers. That's different.
Oh,
When you're an admin, you're gonna be the person that really handles everything, right? You're gonna be the guy that watches over the service. Like admin work is basically creating accounts, managing it like SQL style like work. But within our application, it's gonna be making sure like I guess IT department also falls underneath that because they're gonna be after managing the servers, make sure the database is always working. Any
just-
issues has to go on them.
do you want to just label as administrators as CEOs instead, or just
I
leave
feel
it
like it just should.
administrators?
I feel like the CEO is a job. That's the thing. It's not going to be a CEO.
Or just company, right? Or just leave it as
No,
company.
just leave it as admin because it's all admin work essentially, right?
All
This
right.
the
fine.
CEO the CEO is essentially just another manager of the manager. He's not like an actual
Yeah,
user
that's
role.
all he does. But the admin is going to be the guy that this like CEO is not going to be doing this work. He's going to
Yeah.
be telling another person, "Hey, add this guy
Oh,
in,"
okay.
or
Okay.
you get that? Because
Yeah.
as a CEO, you have way too much on your plate, and if you add that from the manager side, the administration to the CEO, it's going to be dumb. You'd want a separate department to handle the IT work. That's why each company would have their own IT department, right?
The CEO
Okay.
has too many roles that don't correlate
Okay.
with the actual
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
now. All
Okay.
right.
So let's just answer the
Okay, so or now that
questions.
we broke it down, we're gonna so employees, administrators, and the managers is basically the last three categories that we're left with, the main roles, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
So if we answer the questions, so consider okay, the frequency of which the user will use the software.
It's obviously managers and employees, right?
Well, yeah, the managers and employees are going to be using it more often, while the
Yeah.
administrators.
Or just the back end of the application if they need to. But it's mostly employees that we
Well,
utilizing it.
employees are going to be the ones doing it on a daily basis, essentially,
Yeah.
where they check their timetables and the news. The manager will go probably. You update your timetable probably once a month or twice a month or twice a week, twice a month.
Yeah, but
And
they
then-
can also use it to look at.
Yeah, and then they do news bulletin, which is won't be that often unless there's something really happening in the store, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the frequency of the managers using it is less, probably like mid tier anyway, right? I would say 5 to 8 times a week maximum, minimum of at least 3 to 4, right? Because he
Yeah.
has to check messages within the employees asking for time shifts and all that too.
I feel like managers have to use it too a lot because they got to update their.
That's the
So,
thing, which
I
is
think
still.
pretty much they're even. The usage, the
I
frequency.
feel like the employees will be a lot more. Employees is using it on a daily basis essentially, where they check their
Just-
timetable.
That's like no, they just check it once a week because they got their schedule for once a week, and then that's good. And managers
Yeah,
have to managers have to update their employees, and sometimes they got update on the news, the events. So I feel like they're gonna use it more.
So should we be writing this down on the side? I feel like
No, I feel like
Yeah,
that,
whatever,
that,
we
that
write
should be
that
the
down.
written
That can be a written
yeah,
report.
that's the writing report.
We can just talk about it, right?
okay. So
He said ask the
Employees are
questions
really-
in the video report.
yeah,
All right.
Like oral
employees
So-
are going to be using it a lot. Managers are going to be using a little bit less than employees, but still the same amount. Administrators probably once in a while. They're only dealing with adding in the employees and managers, as well as like permissions and all that, as well as dealing with the database issues. So if there's any IT problem, they're going to be the ones dealing with it, right?
Mhm.
So
IT problems or security issues.
Yeah.
that'd be administrator work too. So it won't be that often. Security issues don't come every year, every month, right? It comes once in a while, but that happens when the system can't handle it or something like that, where like a random problem will throw itself,
Okay.
Okay.
right?
So I think that answered the first question.
Yeah, and then the user's level of expertise within his or her domain.
Like, what do you mean
Well-
by that? Like, how skilled they are when using this app?
I feel like that is the question, and employees should be it's gonna be very simple for them. It's all
It's
like
straightforward.
tabs and touch, right? So it's gonna be straightforward for them. The managers originally might have a little bit of trouble with it.
Because they got more options.
They're
Options.
really
On
putting
the
in
plate.
everything, right? So especially when there's gonna be timetable changes, so if there's gonna be an algorithm that spits out the initial timetable, employees want to make a change, the manager's really gonna have to go through and see what he can switch around, right? So
Okay.
it might originally be a little bit harder on the manager, if you get what I'm saying.
So it's just more stressful.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit harder, definitely.
Yeah.
Because if you have a full timetable, and then say if one employee asks he can't work that day, then you have to cut it out because he can't work that day, right? So you have to find some other way to fill that slot in, or move that employee around because he also has to get the dedicated hours a week,
All right.
right? So each employee has to work a minimum hours, and then you have the max where you get overtime after that, right?
Mhm.
So it has to account for minimum and max. So the manager will have a lot more stress if he doesn't know how to use the system properly.
So where does the automation come into all this?
I think we don't talk about that here right now.
Which
Uh,
one?
yeah,
Do we really have to talk about that in user role modeling?
I feel like because the administrators are the guys that'll like they're hired to deal with this, right? So they should have a high level of expertise to deal with this, right? The administration staff.
Yeah.
So again, they should be IT professionals that are doing this. You can't just hire like some random kid
Yeah.
to do
I get
SQL
it.
work,
Yeah.
right? So they have to have a level of expertise dealing with it. It's gonna be database work anyway, right?
All right. So
Oh.
that answers that question. So
Right.
Yeah.
what's next?
User generates level of proficiency with computers and software. Again, employees don't have to have that high a level of it, but a general level. So it should be fine.
Managers.
Managers,
It's somewhat higher
it's
than
the same
employees.
thing, but they'll have a little bit higher. They will understand the system, but when we're building the system, we try to make it as easy as possible for the consumer or the
The
users
users.
of the product, right? And then
Only administrators have to
administrators
deal with
level,
this.
and the admin level, they have to be at a certain step to touch the stuff, right? No matter how simple you make it from, they still have to know the basics, adding, managing timetable, or
Of
managing
course, of course.
databases,
Yeah.
I think-
networking, and all that.
Is that basically the same question? Or
I feel like it is.
No, I
but
feel like we answered your question already, like in the last one.
oh yeah, I think we talked a lot and basically just
yeah.
answer the next question. All right, what's the other one? What's the next one?
The user's level or of proficiency with the software being used or the software being developed.
Users.
That's the same question, is it not?
It's somewhat the same thing.
So the
I think that goes.
second question is about her domain. The third question is for how their general level with computers is, and the fourth question is going to be how are they going to be using the system.
Hmm.
We the same thing.
I feel
Or
like
our answers just basically answered
I
the
feel
next
like
question.
I think
domain-
we're answering generally. Like it applies to
I
like
feel like
most of these
domain is
questions.
their job. I feel like domain is their current job, and then the third question asks, what do you think the general level of like their IT knowledge is at the moment? And then once it's developed, what kind of level do you think they'll be at if you input it into the system right away?
So basically, what kind of database do we have? And is it like
Well,
is it
I think
complex or
it's talking
something?
about what's before and current. So basically, the first one asks about more about their job. The second one asks more about their IT knowledge, and then the third one's asking after this, like for the software being developed, how simple does it have to be, or like what's their level of knowledge?
I think it's not too hard.
Honestly, well, if
it's not
you
too
build the
hard.
system very simple, it's not hard.
Yeah.
The manager's gonna have the hardest work. Well,
we're talking about the building the system part, not like the manager doesn't really build the system. He uses it.
Yeah. That's the admin.
No,
Yeah.
but the question is the user's level of proficiency with the software being developed.
Users?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
the users, they're all about the user.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
well, it's obviously it's gonna be a user friendly, right?
it has to be
It
user
has to be
friendly.
user friendly.
Like it's simple
But
tabs.
as for development, software development, right?
Well,
It
it
says
still applies to like the
user's
user.
level of proficiency with the software being developed.
Oh, being developed?
Yeah. So I feel like the user's level doesn't have to be that high from the employee side. The managers, they have to know simple stuff like they do currently. It's not that hard.
As long
It's
as it,
simple Excel work, or it shouldn't be that hard for them because we try to simplify the most. And like, what if we're gonna build a like a what's it called, like a blackboard essentially where they can post notes for each other? It should be a simple post button, right? You type a message and you post it.
and it,
If you're
and
gonna request a timetable change, it should be a simple message to the manager, right? So you can either have a button on the side that says request timetable change,
Mhm.
then your manager will receive it that this person requested a timetable change. Or you could have an actual text chat between manager and employee, which will require more IT work, but it shouldn't be that bad because within the employee and the manager, it's going to be simple messages going back and forth. No pictures, no nothing, right?
Mhm.
Because this has to be kept on a professional level. It's not Facebook or WhatsApp or something like that.
So the user's level of proficiency doesn't have to be that high because again, the app has to be like, it has to be easy for users to use. It has to be user friendly.
Definitely.
It has to be,
Definitely.
it has to be
We
simplified.
can't make this extremely hard because there's a variety of users that, like, for our users, it could be a variety from like ages practically like 17 all the way to 85 if you choose to. Right? So
Yeah.
their proficiency doesn't have to be that high as long as they understand the basics.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the next
Right.
question?
So,
The last
because
question.
we're not trying to make it really difficult, and we're trying to
Especially,
sell this.
like, we're not trying to make it like a counting level where you have to know
Yeah.
like current number, like do maths and all that stuff.
Like
That's
an
crazy
Excel.
level.
Yeah.
Next,
Yeah.
yeah, not like
Yeah.
X.
It's
So
made
this is
to
like
be
a
easy to
simple
use.
merchandise that we're selling.
All right, okay, that answered that question then.
So the
Alright,
user's general
so-
goal for using the software. Some users are after convenience, others favor a rich experience, and so on. The user's general goal for using
Also,
the software.
I guess the general goal for the software, like like the user should goal. I feel like it should be. It's based on convenience, but it
It's-
should really give a rich experience essentially. So
it's a little bit of both, I feel, because
it essentially is because we're building the app for the convenience of the employee to deal with their manager doing a face-to-face conversation or traveling, right?
which in it results in having in favoring a rich experience because of how convenient it is.
Yeah. And the rich experience will later be like
That's the result of it.
easy the app is, and then how it simplifies their job. The manager really gets the rich experience out of it, right? Because he's losing the job of building timetables based off of so many different like factors,
Mhm.
right? So the manager has to account for everything: seniority, the amount of hours they have to work if they're part-time, full-time, their availability. That's a lot of work. So it'll simplify the manager's job and really make it an easy experience for him to put it into the application and let the application deal with everything while he deals with more important tasks like ordering stocks and all that, right? So I feel like it works on different levels for each user. For employees, it's an app, it's a convenience. For managers, it will be convenience and like a rich experience. Administrators don't really get an experience, they just have extra work to deal with.
Yeah.
But again, that's why they're being hired for this job, essentially, right?
Yeah.
Because they have to have the IT department that's getting paid X amount to deal with their IT problem. So
Alright.
this is probably one of their simple tasks that they have to add on, or they'd hire a whole new staff, like a group to manage this, which shouldn't be that hard.
All right.
So users are, for employees it's convenience. The manager is more richness and convenience essentially, but I feel like it's more of a rich
they have
experience.
they have more things to do than employees.
Yeah, because it saves them him time, right? So
Yeah.
and
And admins are just
they're
just-
there to deal with
yeah,
it.
they're just there, just trying to like
They have
fix
to deal with
anything
it.
that
They're in the
happens.
back end.
They are
work,
there to
so-
maintain the system.
they're not
just
doing
there
too
for-
much right
they're just
now.
there for maintenance.
If they have to, then they'll just come and
There's-
fix the app.
If
once
there's like
in a
an
while.
issue, yeah, then obviously that it goes through them.
Yeah, unless someone makes a complaint about the app and then they gotta fix
Yeah.
it.
That's
But that's pretty much it.
that's a separate reporting system.
So we answered all of the questions now.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, so we can cut it here, but yo, do you want to each of us say our names so we can add it to the beginning, or
So my name is Sahal Muhammad.
Okay. I'm putting this in the black area right now.
okay? So let's just
Alright.
start over. So,
Introduce each other.
or introduce the topic, and then you state your name, and then we'll all state our names after.
All right. All right.
I think we need to state our roles too.
Do we?
We didn't assign roles to each other. That's the problem.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't know.
We have to
And,
assign one.
and I think someone left.
I think Dolly left.
Oh wait. Oh, was it your other account?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
I went offline. And so-
Oh, okay.
was his the account that he's watching the chat at, so it's
Oh,
fine.
It was a blue
Okay.
icon.
Okay, let's just start introducing and
I came back.
oh, true. All right, let's just introduce yourselves.
There you go.
All right.
Okay, so
Hi. Wow. I messed up my introduction.
Okay, so
I messed up my introduction. Okay. Today we're gonna talk about our user roles for our upcoming app. My name is Oren Cruz.
I'm Sahal
I'm-
Muhammad.
I'm Kapalan Santhir Mohan.
Harvey Cabrias.
Ruchi.
And
We're basically working on our app about the
The workers hub.
workplace.
The
I don't know
workers-
what we called it yet.
The workers
okay,
hub.
say again. Say again. Say again.
It's
Okay, hold on,
composted.
hold on. What's
No,
the-
no.
okay,
It's
hold
the
on,
Isn't
work.
it?
hold on.
It's
What's
the
the
workers
name?
hub. The workers hub.
The employees.
Okay,
Okay,
Oren,
workers
when
hub.
you started off,
The workers
state-
hub. The workers hub. The workers hub.
Oren, when you started, Oren, when you started,
so I'm not
state
cutting this
that
off to
we're
you.
working on the application Workers Hub, not just
Oh
we're
yeah,
working
that's
on
the
our
thing.
project.
I forgot the name. I forgot the name.
and
Wait, is
Ruchi,
it called, is it called user? Is it called user role model? User role model, right? That's the name. That's the name of the site.
no,
right now.
we're just saying we're doing assignment 1 user roles for our project, the Workers Hub, or what is it called?
For our
Wait,
so-
why am I,
for
okay,
our
first of all,
app.
why am I? First of all,
For
why
our
am I talking? you should be
Because
talking.
You weren't talking the whole time when we were doing the fucking design.
But
so
you
have the right to do it.
were talking too.
No, you
you're more
took the
literate
lead.
than- You're
Yeah.
more
You took the
literate.
lead.
Yeah,
That's how it
that
works.
video,
Or you took
like
initiative.
the first one.
God damn it.
I know.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Consistency.
Okay, guys, shut up. Okay.
Are we going to attach the first video?
Oh yeah, we gotta put the videos together.
We're gonna edit it, so don't worry.
Okay, edit.
Wait, who's gonna edit it?
We
Who's
will,
gonna
Hi,
edit it?
today-
we will
Oh.
attach the first one and then this
Do
one.
you guys know
like,
how to edit it?
Who has editing knowledge to edit it?
You.
Me.
You have OBS.
how long it's
I
gonna
just
take
downloaded it,
down.
Okay,
20 minutes
OBS. Okay, okay, we'll see, man. Calm down.
We'll see.
Just,
Okay.
just go edit this in.
Yeah, we'll just edit it.
I go.
Good afternoon. Today we're gonna talk about our project, and we're gonna make our user role model for our upcoming app called the Workers Hub. My name is Oren Cruz.
My name is Sahal Muhammad.
I'm Kapalan Santhir Mohan.
I'm Harvey Cabrias.
I'm Ruchi.
And there's Sahal Muhammad being quiet.
Anyway,
Wait, so did your mic didn't work?
I
Your
introduced
mic
myself.
didn't work, did it?
I
What the hell is happening?
So,
I
did you try to talk and it didn't come out? We didn't hear you.
I introduced myself.
I hate
did.
this.
I swear I did.
We didn't hear you, so we're like, shit. I'm like, it's
okay,
Sahal
so-
Muhammad
okay,
being
okay.
quiet.
Okay, yeah, read it.
Okay,
We
so-
are not going to complete the
okay, so
video
how-
the whole night.
Okay, so I'll save this. Okay, let's save this and make a different video for this.
No, just start over. Start over. We'll cut it out. It's easy to cut out. It's bigger.
Okay, fine. Good afternoon. Right now we're working our upcoming app called the Workers Hub, and we're right now developing our user role. My name is Oren Cruz.
My name is Sahal Muhammad.
Your mic, man.
What? What? I'm so confused.
No, it's the Muhammad.
Huh? What happened?
Yo, my name is like Muhammad.
Come on, guys.
Your mic sucks.
This guy just shut up Muhammad.
Okay. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Say
you now.
say your name 5 times just to
Okay.
make sure.
My name is Sahal Muhammad.
I don't know how it cuts off at the right time. When he said it at first, it didn't come through. The second time, all you heard was Muhammad.
Okay, yo, read it.
Shit, this man became David. Fuck.
Okay, read it. Alright, go.
Good afternoon. Right now we're working on our upcoming app called the Workers Hub, and for this assignment we're gonna work on our user role model. My name is Oren Cruz.
My name is Sahal Muhammad. Again.
Why are you so special?
Okay, yo, this is bullshit.
What are you guys doing? They didn't get complete.
Can you just say
Muhammad.
Muhammad?
That's all we
You
heard.
shouldn't make fun of this.
Yeah, I can't breathe.
Okay, so so
Yo, Sahal, say it slowly. Just say, I'm Sahal Muhammad.
Okay,
okay.
okay, hold on. Let me try. My name is Sahal Muhammad.
I heard
Yeah, say
that.
it like that. That's fine.
So what happened before?
Okay, let me just recover.
What was that?
I hate.
Like on a roll. There's something.
I'm gonna laugh now. This time it should be done. Come
My-
on,
my
just
name is-
start it.
My
Okay.
name is Sahal Muhammad. Okay, yeah. Go.
Okay.
He became a deep fried meme in the
You're
middle.
laughing. Come on,
I go. I got it.
complete it.
Okay, give me 5 seconds. Good afternoon. Right now we're working on an upcoming application called the Worker Hub. For this assignment, we're gonna develop our user role model. My name is Oren Cruz.
I'm sorry.
You're so mad.
I can't.
It's the dialogue.
Slave, you're
It
not
became
going to complete the video.
It became a
Come on,
meme.
guys.
I'm so sorry. It became a
All
meme.
All I heard was his name. I died of laughter.
Leave it. We will tell you.
Okay,
We
Saul,
will
Saul,
tell
Saul,
you
save,
our names on,
Saul,
on
save this
Monday.
video.
We will
Okay,
do that
okay,
on Monday.
okay.
Saul, save this video. Save this video.
Okay,
We'll do it-
should I stop
we'll do
recording?
it-
Should I stop
Yeah,
recording?
save this video, please.
Okay.
Okay, we'll edit it and don't worry. I'll try to deal with this.
Should I stop
We'll keep,
recording?
we'll keep it for jokes. We're gonna keep it for jokes.
Okay, I'll stop recording.
Stop recording.